Okay guys, so I actually made over $300 plus on this particular trade, and I'm going to be showing you the setup that I actually used to make this particular money, just so that you can use the setup for yourself and start making some really good, insane amounts of money. But what's actually crazy about this setup is that I personally lost over $200 on this trade, sadly, and I'm going to tell you my mistake just so that you will not fall in the same situation, okay? And you can also share this video with your friends who are fellow traders, just so that they don't make the same mistakes. This signal was actually dropped in my Telegram channel, Hype USDT, and everyone who took this particular signal went in massive profit, and everyone who actually took the signal I dropped as well on Fatcoin USDT went in massive profit. So do well to join my channel and take my signals. Now, without further ado, let me just show you the setup that got me to make over $300. Now, on Hype USDT right here, if you go on the daily time frame, the first thing I observe, because I normally do my analysis first on the higher time frame, okay, mostly on the daily time frame. So I use the daily time frame to check out how the market has been moving for the past days, right? So on the daily time frame, I saw that Hype USDT actually broke a very strong resistance zone and spiked up to the upside. So I knew that the market is entirely bullish, okay? So I knew that if I'm going to be taking any trade, then my trade must go on where a long position, okay? So I went on the 4-hour time frame to start marking out my entries, because I don't actually mark out my entries on the higher, like the daily time frame, okay? And then I had to go on the 1-hour time frame because I didn't really see much on the 4-hour time frame. So here on the 1-hour time frame, I could see a point of interest, right? First off, I saw that price broke structure right here. So my expectations were that price is going to come back to a zone right here, okay? This was the zone I actually marked out, somewhere around here. Initially, this was where I marked out, okay? I marked this zone out first, right? And price did exactly what I wanted it to do. So price came down, tapped into this zone. Normally, this was what I was supposed to do, to set a trade right here, long position over here, okay? And then set my stop loss below here, and then set my target at this particular high right here, which would have gotten me like full take profit, obviously. But I did not actually take this particular trade. I was waiting for a perfect confirmation before getting on this trade. So if you are a trader out there, you can actually take this particular trade. So when you see a break of structure, a swing to the upside, you can mark out the other block zone just right below the break of structure, okay, and expect price to get into your zone, and then you can get on a long position, okay? Now, for you to take the particular trade, all you need to do is to wait for confirmations, which I'm going to be explaining, where I show you how I took my own trade. So when price did this and went towards the upside, I just marked out the entire zone, okay, up down. So my expectations were that price is going to do its thing, obviously move to the upside, which it did, and then come back to that same zone before taking another long, another swing high, okay? So what I was doing was that I was waiting patiently. Price broke this zone, okay, breaking this my OB zone. I did not panic at all. Now what I did was that I went back to check out this the OB zone, and I got to realize, obviously, that price already broke here. So chances are that this could be potentially invalid, making this a valid zone, okay? So what I expected was that price would sweep out this liquidity, okay? Please understand this perfectly. Price will sweep out this liquidity, get into this zone, and then start moving in profit towards the upside, okay? Move to a swing high, which price did perfectly, okay? So price swept that zone, got into our other zone, okay, went back to the upside. Now when price actually went towards this upside, I did not place this trade. I waited for price to come back and tap into the zone, retest the zone, and then I went on the 15 minutes time frame, okay, and then I was waiting for a confirmation, okay, which is my change of character, okay? So I was waiting for a change of character on the lower time frame, okay, and price just did its thing so perfectly. So after price got into the zone to retest that particular zone, what happened was that price gave a change of character. So once price just gave that final change of character, which was my final confirmation, boom, I took this trade and the trade started moving perfectly. If you're on my Telegram channel, I dropped the profit while we're in profit. I will drop it somewhere around the screen. While we're in profit, I was dropping my profit and progress, but something actually happened. Okay, so while we're moving in decent profit, right, everyone was making money, I was making money as well. My expectations were that price is going to clear out this zone right here, okay, this final liquidity at the top, which in most cases price don't do, right? Sometimes when you are in massive profit, do well to take your profits, okay? So since price didn't clear this zone, I knew that price could potentially just reverse. Okay, there could be a potential reversal on the chart, right? So once price tapped into this particular zone, which is a liquidity over here, I knew that there could be a potential, sell side, which will come back and then clear this zone, then tap again, and then hit my full take profit. So what did I do? I re-entered the trade. So once price cleared liquidity over here, I knew that this particular trade, okay, was going to either come back down, retest and break that zone, okay, giving us full take profit, or my particular full take profit, because on my channel I actually dropped that this particular trade is going to take its full profit at this zone, okay. But once I re-entered this particular trade, what happened was that the trade went against my prediction, okay, making me to lose over $200 plus. And that was because I entered again, because of overconfidence. I entered again with a high leverage, actually 25x leverage on a small account, which is not really big, and price actually went against my prediction and I lost money. And in addition to this, I would say that greed actually played a huge role on this particular trade, because I was too greedy. I made like $300 from just $100. That was like over 2x. One thing I would say as a trader out there, if you're getting on any trade, when you have made a decent amount of money from the market, make sure you take out your profit, okay? So you don't need to like stay in the market to make like millions, okay? Once you have made a decent amount of profit, going a little above your target for the day, do well to take your money out and just stop trading for that particular day, because the market is designed to take away from you, but you need to outsmart the market to actually make money for yourself. So let me know your trading experience, and let me know if you have used a setup like this, or what particular setup you actually use to take your trades. And yeah, I'll be sharing my trades like this and my journey. Whenever I make profits, I'm going to be sharing this with you guys. Whenever I actually make losses, I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I want to be as transparent as possible, just so that you guys can follow up in my journey and all of us can win together. So without further ado, see you on my next video.